Super excited to be here with you today. Market update. The market has been weak the whole week. Bitcoin down, just started finding a bottom at 27,000 a couple hours ago. While Bitcoin was down, of course, Solana, Ethereum, DOT, Matic, down. But some assets have been holding strong. And in this episode, I want to go with you to finding the pattern, learning from this. What do we learn from this? What is going on? What are the parts that stay strong when the rest is weak? Because we want to invest in these parts that are strong when Bitcoin is weak, because that we will use during the next Bitcoin bear market, which of course is going to come because after every bull there is a bear. So we want to understand the waves and the cycles, and we want to be in at the beginning of a cycle. And when the S-curve is at maturity, we want to be ready for the next S-curve. And this is what we do here in the channel, understanding S-curves and making sure that we know which curve is starting when. So from our top 10 assets, this one have been holding strong while Bitcoin was weak. Curve. Watch the video on how to buy Curve and how to stake Curve. I'm getting 63% on my staked Curve, and I've done a video about it. And as you can see, Curve has been strong, and it's getting stronger and stronger all the time. It's not a sexy one. It's not one that is being discussed a lot, except in this channel. And Curve is something to watch. Avalanche, same thing. I've also staked my Avalanche. I'm a, how do they call it? A delegator. I think there are the delegators. And what's the other thing? It's the validator. So I'm a delegator with Avalanche. I'm staked until September next year. That's high risk. I do not recommend to commit so long to any of these assets except Bitcoin. But I did it, and I'm happy that I did it. Look what happened over time. So I'm also happy to do a video about staking Avalanche. If you want, let me know and I'll do it. This central land has been holding strong while everything was weak, and is getting stronger and stronger every second. Engine, which is interesting because it's a two-sided marketplace. So if you think of Sandbox, which has been rallying a ton, but it's not in our top 10 because it's a single game. And so, yes, you can do 3x, 4x with Sandbox if you enter right now, but it's also high risk, because when you go into a one-sided marketplace, and this is the strategy advisor here talking, we are not a crypto channel, we are a revenue systems channel. We are strategy advisors, and we are experts since 18 years. We are number one in creating revenue systems, saving systems, and investment systems. So when we talk from a perspective of long-term strategy and growth, not just from buy cheap, sell high. We are not traders, we are strategy advisors. So, and you see the difference here, strategic thinking versus just transactional thinking. Engine is a two-sided marketplace, Sandbox is a one-sided marketplace. What's the difference? The difference is the difference between Yahoo and Google, between MySpace and Facebook. If you are a one-sided marketplace, you are easily outcompetable, because you don't have two magnets and you don't have two modes. It's easy to outperform you. I build something that is slightly cheaper or slightly better, and I can outperform you. I execute better than you, I can outperform you. I have more adoption than you, I can outperform you. It's easy to be disrupted. If you are a two-sided marketplace, you have two magnets, you have two modes. And so it's now much harder to outperform you. This is the reason why Google is still there, why Facebook is still there. Even if most people don't like them because they have a monopoly and they are centralized and they use our data instead of giving us ownership over the data. So even if people hate network effects are unstoppable. Bitcoin, Many people hate Bitcoin, governments hate Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is unstoppable. China has banned Bitcoin, Bitcoin has only become stronger. India is thinking about banning Bitcoin, Bitcoin will only become stronger. Why? It's a decentralized network effect driven movement. And when you have so many nodes, you are unstoppable. You are like the Hydra. You cut one head and 10 new heads emerge. That's the difference between engine and sandbox. Small strategic input here, because engine is a two-sided marketplace. So yes, it's pumping. Of course, sandbox is also pumping. But between the two, I go with engine because it's a two-sided marketplace. It's the infrastructure behind the thing. And so it is much less risky. If we think of risk from 1 to 10, to me, engine is at risk 5 and sandbox is at risk 9. That's the difference. Also, in terms of SEC and security, sandbox is high risk. Maker has been doing really, really well when everything was down, and it's a protocol, same thing there. And Chiliz has been doing really, really well, and it's the same thing, network effect play. And I will do a full video on Chiliz because it's in our top 10 also, and I didn't do a video. So, what do we learn from this situation? We know now where we are. We are in a situation where in weak markets, there are some things that stay strong. Why do they stay strong? How can we learn from that and act accordingly? So, while you are picking your top 10, well, first, you might start watching these green guys here. And also, I will go with you through a couple things that are still pre-launch, but go in the same direction. So what does it tell us? It tells us that even outside of the Bitcoin bubble, and even outside of healthy markets, in lockdowns, in inflationary scenarios, people still like gaming. But not just any game. They like games where they own what they create. So if they play and then they upgrade their swords, they want to keep their swords. And if they can get value tokens, meaning they can get paid for playing, then they even like it much more. And look what I have found this week. I'm quite bullish about this. It's not launched yet, so it's not there yet. You cannot play it yet. Still, the coin is doing really well. This is the crypto Mario Kart. If you remember Mario Kart, it's one of my favorite games. The only game that has been always loved here. And they say, hey, the future of gaming is play to earn. So while you play, you get paid for that. And if you want to take your car that you have upgraded over hours and hours, and if you want to take it to your next game, you can take it with you. It's yours. It's in your wallet, and your wallet stays with you. So basically, this is Mario Kart crypto version, the future version of Mario Kart. And it's not even launched yet. It launches next week. But you can, if you have a risk appetite, you can already start investing in it. I have started my research. Kart Racing League, KRL, on CoinGecko. And of course, there is not a lot of due diligence that we can do here. It's just starting. It's not even launched. But as you can see, the markets are already on it. The markets have already started watching this. 3,000 people have added this to their watch list, which is much more than similar things. The last hour, it was up 8%. The last 24 hours, it was up 234%. It's not even launched. And you remember, If you remember Mario Kart, then you also know that it was unkillable. Everybody was playing it. Even I, who am not a gamer, have been playing Mario Kart over decades. So interesting to watch, and I am doing the due diligence right now. So over the next days, you will see some numbers here. I will dive deep into the team. Do they have executed something similar? Are they able to execute these projects? Do they have an idea of how to build games? Because you have to have serious and experienced game builders. There are many crypto games built by noobs, and I wouldn't bet anything on them. Then the second thing about the team is, do they understand marketing and promotion? Because even if you have a great game but you don't know how to market it, well, success is far from probable. So I'm gonna dig deeper, I'm gonna do my due diligence. I've not invested yet, but I found out how to invest. So if you are faster than me with your due diligence, I have been watching their Discord and found out how one can invest. But first, due diligence, and then think about investing. So in their Discord, you can find how to invest, but don't do that before you have done your due diligence. I'm gonna do the due diligence over the next days, and I will inform you if I enter, when I enter, and let me know whatever you need to be ready for what's here and what's coming, and keep rolling, everybody.